Okay. I believe I am now recording. I have our course page up. I'm sharing my screen. I believe if I have done everything right, it is recording whatever I have on the computer, and then of course with my voice. And then when you watch the recording, in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you'll just see me sitting at the station here with a whiteboard, okay? So, as I said, this class is split in half. Half come on Tuesdays, half come on Thursdays. It's very important you don't come on a day you are not assigned. We've been instructed not to let you in. The other part of that is do not flip-flop, don't switch days, any of those kinds of things. Don't think you can come a Thursday instead of a Tuesday or vice versa. If there's a dire emergency, please reach out to me and I'll see if I can do something, but they're really discouraging that because we have to be able to verify who's here, who's not here, okay? So that's to start. I know, extra happy. But as I said before, my name is Professor Shirey. You are welcome to call me Professor. You're welcome to call me Professor Shirey. You can call me Gail. I'm pretty informal. I answer to all of those things. I do like it if you use my name versus hey teacher, hey you. I work really hard at knowing your name. I'll be honest with you, it's going to take me a little longer because of, you know, the masks, number one. I won't be able to do a lot of face recognition. But the other part is I can't do all my tricks to get to know you of you know, our games and introductions and all those kinds of things because we're social distancing. So give me a while, but it is important to me to know your name. I also cannot use names, or I'm not supposed to use names when I'm recording. So that's the other reason. So normally I would call out to you, I'd say, hey, and say your name, and I can't do that. I can't practice that way. So just, you know, be patient with me. It's not that I don't want to know you. I do, and I'm working on it. But you're welcome to call me by my first name. I'm not really formal. If that makes you uncomfortable, then by all means, you can just call me Professor Shirey or Professor. I don't care. But if you want to call me Gail, that's fine. So as we get started, one of the first things I want to talk about is the class itself. So when I am recording, as I said before, I teach multiple sessions. This class has been split in half. So half will be today, half is another day. But all of my other English 115s are also split that way. So I'm probably teaching at least 6 sessions of it. I won't record every single session. I'll just pick one of them to record because the information I'm going to be giving is the same. So don't panic if it doesn't look exactly. It's like, wait a minute, she was not wearing that in my session. That's okay. I probably recorded a different session. And so don't panic at that. The recordings will still contain the same information that you need. So I'll record one of the sessions, and then what I'll do is I'll upload it and put it on our Moodle page, and you'll have access so you can watch it in case you miss, or even if you were here, sometimes you just want to hear things again. So no problem. The key to our kingdom, the key for everything is our Moodle page. And if you have not yet discovered the Moodle page, you'll hear me refer to it by Moodle, course page, whatever it is, the LMS. It's called Learning Management System, and it's called Moodle. All of the instructors pretty much use Moodle, and you get there when you log into SMC Wired. That's your first step. You got to log into SMC Wired, and then you go to Student Resources, and there's a drop-down menu, and you simply click Moodle, and it will take you to a dashboard. It'll look like this. The dashboard, when you look at it, lists every single class you're enrolled in for this semester. If you can't find the class you're looking for, a couple of things. The first thing is check this box right here. In progress means right now, current. And it should show everything as of September 8th, whatever classes for fall. Every now and then a glitch happens, or an instructor didn't change a date, or, you know, I forgot, or I put it in past instead of future, that kind of a thing. So you can do a drop down here and then pick. So future means upcoming. Yours will probably be blank at this point. But past, again, yours will probably be blank if this is your first class. But after this semester, if you're looking for classes that you did before and you want to try and get into them again, you would look in past, okay? It won't show on your current dashboard. But for the most part, right here, in progress, look for ours. Ours is the one with the brain. I'm just looking to see if I can show you right here. So it'll look like that, okay? That's the one that we have, right? And once you find it, you just click into it. When you click into it, you can click on that link right there. And here we are. This is our Moodle page. This is what I've set up. One of the things I do want to make you aware of, because of all this like split hybrid, we're only meeting once a week. We're not doing live. Well, we're doing live. We're not doing face-to-face office hours. We're doing office hours via Zoom, all these kinds of things. I have tried as much as possible to make this online ready for you. What that means is even if you can't come to class, everything should be here for you. So you're going to submit all your work on Moodle. You're not going to give me any print copies of anything. You'll be able to obtain all your information from the Moodle page, all that kind of stuff. I put all the resources there, that type of thing. So I'm going to spend a few minutes today just walking you through a couple of these sections so you're aware of what it looks like and that type thing. But I want to reassure you, even if you can't come to class, you should be able to go right into Moodle, whatever week we're in, and obtain information in order for you to complete your assignments. Now, that being said, we still meet once a week face-to-face, and I am happy to help you. So I want to show you, the college is discouraging us from meeting in person live. In other words, for my office hours, if you need help, they want you to do it through Zoom or Google Meet, right? On our Moodle page, I want to show you right away on the right-hand side where it says Zoom, I have set up hot links for you. So all you have to do is click right in there. And if it's that day, that time, I'll be in the Zoom room waiting for whoever drops in, and I will be happy to talk with you about whatever you need. And it's live, okay? So Monday, 10:20 to 11:20, that's the hot link. It's really important that you click on the right link on the right days though. If you try to go in, for example, if you try to go into Wednesdays today, even if it's the right time, I won't be there because I'll probably be teaching somewhere else or doing something else, right? So I've tried to make that super easy for you. You just go to the Moodle page. If you want to talk with me during office hours, these are my office hours. I post every day in the time of when, and then click. But let's say you are, oh, I can't say your name because I'm recording, but it's like another student that I was chatting with this morning who maybe works. And maybe you can't meet with me at that time, no problem. Shoot me an email. Say, can I do a Zoom meeting with you? Give me a couple of options, please, because I do have a full teaching load, but say something like Thursday mornings work for me, or Wednesday afternoons work for me. Give me some parameters, give me a couple choices. And then what I'll do is I will send you a link. I'll set up an appointment and send you a link in an email. And all you gotta do is hit that link in the email at that day and time. And then I'll meet with you that way, okay? So I try to make that as easy to help you as possible. It is live, which means I'll be sitting in front of my computer and we'll just talk back and forth, whatever you need help with, I'll help you out, okay? Questions on Zoom or office hours? All good. Has anybody used Zoom before? I'm just curious. Okay, so pretty familiar with that. All right. It is free, by the way. And you can do it with your phone or your computer, wherever you have a camera and audio. So if you don't want to do it on your computer, do it on your phone, no problem. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about our Moodle page. Right away, it says start here course orientation. That's literally where you should start. These first two modules are various pieces of information that you may find valuable through the semester. So when you go into start here, you just click on it and then it opens for you. And these are all the items in the start here course orientation section. So the start here, if you see these boxes over here on the right-hand side, these are task completion. And I do have it set up on our Moodle page. That's for you to kind of help keep track of what you've done and what you haven't done. Some of them you can self-check. Some of them, it will check only if you've completed something and submitted for a grade, or I've given a grade or something like that. So don't panic if you can't click into it. That means you have to do something and I have to either grade it or you have to complete something and then the check will appear, okay? The Start Here section basically is just an introduction to me, to the course, and it tells you how to complete the course orientation. What do you got to do in this section? Meeting instructor, this is me. I give you information about me. Course overview, I talk about the course in general, what it's about. And then the course syllabus. The course syllabus, someone emailed me, they're having trouble, it wouldn't open. Did everybody see what happened there when I clicked on it? When you click on it, go down to the lower left-hand corner in a box, it means it downloaded. So then you have to click on that box and then it will open up full screen for you to read. Okay, so I got a couple emails. People were not quite sure. They couldn't open it. It wasn't happening. This is a syllabus that gives you basic information for the entire class. I could go through all this with you, but I'm not going to. The big thing I do want to point out, in this class, participation is 20%. And we're going to talk about participation in a minute. Notice it does not say attendance. Attendance does not count for any part of your grade in this course. So if you miss a session, you don't have to worry. You're not going to get penalized in the grade for being absent. Okay? That being said, if you miss a session, you're still accountable for all the work. Okay? So let's get out of this. Course policies, these are important things that I think you should know. Attendance policy, and it's what I basically just said. If you want to withdraw from the class, code of conduct, grading policy, you can read these at your leisure. And textbook and required materials. Most of you probably already know this, but there is a required textbook. I give you the name of the required textbook. You can obtain it through the bookstore. I don't require that you go through the bookstore, but you can, especially if you use any kind of financial aid. You probably want to go through the bookstore because then they'll just automatically apply it toward financial aid. But if you buy it from any source, that's fine. You can buy it through Amazon as well. Here are some important things. Moodle and other course technology. The technology requirement and skills, that's a big deal, especially this semester. Because as I said, a lot of content, if not 99%, is going to be online. I'm still going to be doing lecture. I'm still going to be helping you. That's not the issue. But you're going to have to submit all assignments online. There's no handing in papers, any of that kind of thing. You're going to be doing all online. And you're going to be using Microsoft Office Word very heavily because writing is a big portion of this class as well. So be aware that you may want to go and get your laptop checked out over at the Wood Building at the help desk to make sure it's going to meet the parameters that it needs to meet. Now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be this big glorious laptop. It's not like you're gaming or any of that where you got to have like a certain level of whatever. But I do provide videos, and we have quite a few videos embedded within the Moodle page. So you're going to want to be able to play YouTube videos, that type thing. So if your computer plays YouTube, you're in good shape. Okay. Microsoft Office 365. If your computer did not already come with Microsoft Office 365 installed, you can get a free version as a student. So don't pay for it. Just download this. Again, if you are not tech savvy or you're a little leery about this kind of thing, take your computer over to the Wood Building, ask the help desk, can you please help me download this? And they will do that, okay? It's not difficult, you just follow the process. I've got videos to help support you and learn how to do it. I do want to emphasize though, you want to do this as quickly as possible. We start right away. I mean, this is week 1, assignments are out there. And I'm going to talk about them in a second, but the assignment's already there. So we expect you to start working right away. Now, I know a couple of you already talked to me about you're not going to have your computer for a couple days. No problem. I've moved due dates back as we start. So you should have enough time to be able to get it whenever your computer here arrives and complete the assignments, okay? Moodle resources and support. This also, if you have trouble with Moodle or you can't find something, this goes directly to the Moodle support site and gives videos on how to use it. It talks about the Moodle app. You can certainly get the Moodle app on your phone if you want. Just be aware, it'll look a little different on your phone than it does on the computer. And there's some video tutorials. So all of these, you notice, are check marks. Usually if you open and read it, the check mark appears. If you don't open it or read it, then it'll just be an empty box, okay? But what is required for you is you need to complete this orientation quiz. If you don't complete that quiz, week 1 will not open to you. You have to not only complete the quiz, you have to get 100% on it. If you don't get 100% on the quiz, you do not have access to week 1 moving forward for this class. I've given you unlimited attempts, which means you can go back and do this quiz and it will only log your highest score, which at that point should be 100%. So if you don't get 100% the first time, pay attention. What is it? Learn what the right answer should have been. Next time around, go for it. It will show you your answers at the end. It'll tell you which ones you got right, which ones you got wrong. It is not a difficult quiz, but it is to verify a couple of things. Number 1, you actually look through the information, right? And 2, that you are participating in the class and that you know how Moodle works. Okay, so to do this quiz, you just click into it. It is untimed, which means you have as long as you want, so you don't have to worry about that. It's only going to log the highest score. So let's say the first time you go through, you tank and get 50%. Don't worry about it. Take it again. Take it as many times as you need till you get your 100%. Once you achieve 100%, it automatically will unlock week 1 for you. Okay? So in order to do this, you simply, yours is going to say attempt quiz now. Mine said preview, but yours will say attempt. And then here are the questions. It tells you how many, so there's only 11 questions. There's 11 questions for you to do. You choose your answer, whatever it is, click whatever it is, and then go to next page. And you'll notice it says, okay, you already answered that one. You're welcome to go back. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't think I did that right. No problem, go to previous page. You can change your answer, okay, and then go to next page. You can do that right up until the end. At the end, it's gonna ask you, I believe, to submit your answers. That's it. When you click on that box, submit, bam, it will let you know what your score was. And if you got 100%, it logs it in the grade book and week 1 unlocks. If not, you got to go back and do it again. Questions on this particular item. It's called orientation quiz. The date on this, I did not look. It should be September 23. Did anybody see the date when I had it open? Oh, right here. So I opened it September 1st. It's going to close on September 23 at 12 a.m. So in other words, midnight of that day. So all of the assignments, whatever anything's on Moodle, it'll always show you when the due date is, right in that assignment. That's where you're going to see it. It's kind of important because there are no redos or makeups on those kinds of things because you got 23 days to get it done, right? So if you miss that, you're going to take a hit of a 0. I mean, I'll manually, September 23rd, I will manually open week 1 to you. You don't want that because at that point you're what, two or 3 weeks behind, and you know, that's just not a good thing. Okay. If you have trouble though, at any point, make sure you reach out to me via email or Zoom live with my office hours. I'll help you through. Any questions on the Start Here course orientation section? One other thing I do want to point out is when you want to communicate with me, course communications, as I said before, you're welcome to send me an email. There are other ways to communicate with me. You can certainly call my office phone number, which I list. I also do text messaging. You can use the Remind app. I give you instructions if you want to do that with your phone. I've already had quite a few text messages from students on that. The fastest response time for me is always via email. So although you may call and leave me a message on my phone, I'll be honest with you, I check it maybe once a day, Monday through Thursdays. So I'm not quick on the turnaround. I will get back with you, no problem, but I'm not quick like I am with email. I'm super fast with email. And I try to be very quick with text messaging as well, the Remind app. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of, you have several options to communicate with me, okay? And of course, you can always send me a message in Moodle as well. The second module is SMC support services and resources. This is automatically open to you. Even if you don't do the orientation quiz, this will automatically be open for you to look through. This has lots of great information that you may want to refer to during the semester. You may not need it right at the beginning, but at some point you're like, you know, I wonder if they offer tutoring, or, you know, I don't really know where to get a writing consultation at. Okay, this is your resource box. Okay. So we have student support services. This is our all different items that we offer: academic advising, counseling. If you have any kind of obstacles that are affecting your learning, one of the things I encourage you is to talk with our disabilities office. So I promote that pretty heavily. I always use my son as an example. My son had ADHD, still does. And when he went to college, he went into disabilities and he was able to get his tests untimed, which means he didn't have a time on tests like for biology or whatever, right? Everyone is different. Disabilities are different for everybody. But if you think that you want to talk with someone about that, or you think, well, you know, maybe I need to talk to someone about, you know, I'm having trouble with this, talk to the disabilities office, please. Let's see. Okay, so week 1 is right here, September 8th. September, it's where we're at right now. It's open on mine because, of course, I'm the instructor and I built it, so it's wide open. You're not going to see anything past these 2 right here until you complete the orientation quiz. Once you complete the orientation quiz, this will be visible to you. And then this is what you're going to see. This is what we're going to be doing this week, okay? What I have done is told you, okay, what's the topic for the week? Basically, in a nutshell, we're going to be introducing ourselves to the class. Because we're not all here all the time together, we're going to do this through a forum, and it's going to be done online versus, hi, my name is, and we introduce ourselves in class, okay? Learning outcomes. What do I want you to be able to complete at the end? If you go through these activities, these are the things that you will be proficient at, okay? And then the task list tells you, what do you got to do this week? What are activities or assignments that you need to complete? Make sense so far? So if you want it down and dirty for every week, look at your task list, and that tells you what you got to do each week. Every single week, I also have resources. Resources are exactly that. I rarely force you to use a resource. However, they are there for your benefit. So in this case, it's how to write a professional email. And when you click into it, this one takes you to a web page, okay? And it's like a YouTube video, okay? And it helps you. The point of them is to get you familiar with professional level email. Okay, and let me go back into our week. So you can see activities and assignments. These are things you got to do, okay? The first one is an introductions forum. So when you click into items, I give you the directions up here, and please note, it's very important you pay attention to the directions. A lot of times there's very specific criteria you must meet within that assignment. So it is important that you pay attention, okay, and read carefully the directions. I have to put my glasses on, I'll quick read. So this assignment right away, I'm telling you, has 2 parts. So I'm giving you a heads up. If you only do one of it, you're not going to get the full credit, okay? So you're going to introduce yourself to the rest of the class, and then I tell you, use your full name as topic. So full name, I define that as first and last name, Okay, I don't need your middle name or your initial or any of that kind of stuff. Please use whatever you want to be called by. So for example, if your name is Nicholas, but you go by Nick, you may go Nick Smith or whatever. That can be your topic. So far, so good? Okay. And then MLA format, I note on here, you can complete this either by video or written form. If you know how to do video, download, and then upload, you can record yourself doing this. That's not a problem. It does not necessarily have to be written out or typed up. However, if you do it in video form, you got to adhere to my criteria. So I'm going to be looking at the video, or others are going to be looking at the video. Did you do this? Do you have this? Do you have this information, right? You do not need to adhere to MLA format. Show of hands. How many of you know what MLA format is? Oh, good. At least that's familiar to you. This is a discussion forum, so I do not require MLA format in this. Okay, so one less thing you got to worry about. To obtain full credit, you have to include this information right here. So you're going to give me your full name. You're going to give me your location. In other words, city, state. That's good enough. Don't give me your full address, okay? I don't want, that's a little TMI. That's a little privacy action going on. But, you know, Dowagiac, Michigan, fine, right? Niles, Michigan, fine. No problem, okay? Please also give a backup plan. What is your backup plan? What is it? It's what is your plan in case you lose internet? If your internet goes down during this course, what's your backup plan? Okay, great. That's one of the things you would write. I'd say, okay, if the internet goes down for me, my backup plan would be to go on site to SMC's library and do my work there and use their Wi-Fi. Great backup plan. Okay. The reason I want you thinking about this in the assignment is it's not if the internet's going to go down, it's when. It just does. I mean, it goes down at my house all the time. It's nothing to do with SMC. It's just that's the way technology works, right?
It's terrible, period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you live, it's horrible.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You need internet, and it's not acceptable to say, you know, I lost internet yesterday, so I didn't get my work done. Work still got to get done, right? And your backup plan is basically whatever's going to work for you. So you suggested a great plan. Hey, I'm going to go on site to the SMC library and use their wireless. Great. But what if you can't get there? What if you don't have a car? What if you ride with a buddy to class, right? I don't know. There's other backup plans you can do to get internet. I myself personally have pulled into a McDonald's parking lot and used their Wi-Fi with mine in the car, right? Whatever works for you, but have a plan, okay? Yeah, and it could be simple as, I'm going to my mom's, whatever, I don't care. Okay, then you need to give me a question. What's a question you may have about anything in this course? Whatever. What's a question you might have? Doesn't matter. Tell me, my question is. And then give me a smile item. Tell me something that makes you smile. Talk about something that makes you smile, whatever it may be, okay? For me, it's walking my dog and listening to the Talking Heads. Okay, there's my smile item, right? I'm guessing for you, it's something different. But whatever makes you smile, I want you to share that, okay? So that's the first half. The second half is you have to respond or reply to at least 2 other classmates. Okay, not 1, but 2. And I want you to respond in an encouraging or positive manner, commenting or giving suggestion to items they shared. Okay? So if I had to model this, add new discussion topic, you notice when I clicked into it, does anybody remember, what does my topic have to be?
Full name.
Yeah, my name. Okay, first and last name. And then when I'm here, again, it gives you the option, you can upload a file if you know how to do that. If you don't, then go old school and type things up, okay? It can be something as simple as, hey, my name is what? Let's see. Follow my criteria, full name. Hi, my name is Gail Shirey, blah, blah, blah. And start on and make sure you hit all the criteria in your post. When you're done with your post, ding, post to forum, and you're there. And then at that point, are you done with the assignment? No, you still have to reply to 2 others in that forum. So when you go in, you just click on someone else's name, and then it'll offer you a reply button, and you hit reply, and you do that, okay? Do I need to talk to you guys about appropriateness or any of that kind of stuff? I mean, we're all adults, right? We're positive, we're encouraging, right? Okay, excellent. That's one thing that has to be done. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I put the date. Did I show you the date on that? Yeah, right there. Do you see that? So you have to have this completed by September 20th by 11:59, so a minute before midnight. So I put it out quite far, so don't forget about it. That's the other bad thing. But I already explained why I have the due dates far out. That normally what's going to happen, due dates are always going to be Sundays at midnight or Sundays 11:59. This first week or two, I put them out to the 20th because of everybody starting at different times, and I don't want anybody to get short on time. Okay? All right. Questions on that particular item? Oh, excellent. Okay. Second, email etiquette assignment. In this particular one, I give you some rationale and some instructions up here. And then I also made a video explaining what I want you to do. So, I mean, I can talk to you again about it, but basically I put a video on there for you. This is what I mean by I have embedded as many things as I can into the course. The other items that you'll see in this particular one, please notice I provide a grading rubric so you know how I'm going to be scoring things I'm looking at. And then also the instructions in detail of what I want you to do. So these are just files. You just click on one. And here it is. When this opens up, it's going to give you your directions, what you have to do. Bam, bam, bam. So I talked to you about all these things, and then here's the assignment, blah, blah, blah. And you just click out. There's nothing to do there except read it and get the instructions, okay? Grading rubric, one more time, open it up. This is how I'm going to score your assignment. I'm going to be looking at these things. There are 4 levels, and you're going to end up placing in one of those levels, okay? I do that so that if you want the A, you know how to achieve the A. You look at those things, and, oh, yeah, I got all those things in my email. I should be able to get the A, right? When you do this email etiquette, this is one of the few assignments you do not upload on Moodle. It tells you in the directions, you have to email me through the official SMC email address. So this is one, if you try to upload a file, it's not going to let you. It's not going to let you. It's going to say you can't do that. You do have to officially email me from your SMC wired email address. So don't use, TylaSmith@hotchicks.com. No, that's a commercial site, right? You can only communicate to me through SMC wired your email address. The reason for that is FERPA. It's confidentiality laws. I can't share information about you with anybody but you. The only way I know it's you is if we're using your email address, okay? That's why I don't answer emails if they come from anything besides SMC. I'm just not allowed to. Well, I'm allowed to, but I'll get in trouble. How's that? Okay. Questions on that particular assignment? So far, so good? And then still the same week, introduction form grade. Looks like there's a 3rd assignment, doesn't it? When you click into this, ta-da, there's nothing there for you. That's what the video says. Hey, there's nothing for here, look away, look away. In Moodle, it doesn't let me put the grade into the discussion forum. I have to create another spot for it. That's what I did. So this is just a placeholder that I can put grades for forums. So although it looks like there's another assignment, there's not. So really you only have 2 things to do. Looks like 3. So I do tell you in here in case you forget. I also give you the forum grading rubric you know, just as kind of a reminder, it was already in the other spot. So it's kind of good news, right? Don't be fooled by that. I mean, if you click into it, it's just going to tell you there's nothing here. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. But I wanted to talk about it. And then, of course, at the end of our week, I'll put a summary and we'll do a week in review kind of a thing, but we're not there yet. So that's week 1. Remember, week 1 will not open to you. You can't see it until you've completed the orientation quiz. Questions or concerns on anything that I've covered or not covered, or questions on the course? First impression, does the layout look familiar or friendly enough that you feel, oh yes, once I get in there, I think I'll be able to follow? Okay, great. Of course, if there are issues, reach out to me via email, pop into my office hour live, any of that kind of thing. I'm going to stop recording unless is there anything that we need on tape? Okay, so let me stop. Okay, I'm going to stop share. I'm going to just end everything.